I'm Chastity Reed. At the May 2009 LA Red Users Group gathering at Kappa Studios in Burbank, FilmLight showed their BLT RED workflow. Take a look.
Essentially, this box down there is a BLT. It's quite a big Linux render engine, BaseLIght made hardware, and it's got 12 terabytes of storage on 2K playback for uncompressed DPX files and stuff.
Okay.
And our new versions of the software, we're supporting RED R3D files, Phantom files, and then very soon D21 files. So I'll show you how it would be useful for your workflow. All right, let's start with an empty scene. So this is a 4K scene, empty timeline, and if I go to the sequence browser, I can point to a job. This is a Formula One shoot for the BBC, and I can just basically point to the top level, all my stuff, open this new tool called multi-insert, and it will filter all your rushes, and you can just choose what you want to bring in. So I only want R3D movies, not DPXs or anything else, and I only want 4K. So I press insert, and you can also use the timecode 2 if you want as the source, and that now drops in all my shots into the timeline. So this plays back straight away. I'm in 2K medium proxy at the moment, and if I just go, zoom out, there we go. So that's the full frame there, and it's playing back at real time. This is all 25, this stuff. Now, from this point, I want to use this box basically as a digital telecine device. Right? I'm going to export MXF files to go to Avid or QuickTimes or whatever. But I think the most interesting thing is for Avid workflows, because we can do MXFs very quickly and very well. So you've got all the controls for the raw R3D files. You can do all of them at once. So if I increase the exposure, you see all of the thumbnails change. All right, and it's a bit quicker like that, a bit more responsive. And if you want, you can sort of set a level with the histogram that you're happy with as your kind of base conversion point. You've also got all the metadata options here, everything else. You can change the color temperature, all that sort of stuff. Whatever the DOP shot is what comes in by default, and then you can make a change on that. And then underneath that, you've got tools to do typical telecine type operations. So you've got, we just go to a wider shot. It's a bit more interesting. This is everything that a full BaseLight is, with the exclusion of secondaries.
Got it.
So
primary color corrections.
It's primary color corrections, but there's so much more to BaseLight than just color correction.
Sure.
You know, all the conform tools. This does everything. So all the conform you get from BaseLight, all the color management you get in TrueLight, all the kind of multi-paste options and group stuff. There's loads and loads of features, which I'm not going into today,
Sure. No,
which you get. Cool. Okay.
It just doesn't do secondary.
Yeah,
events.
and you don't have the big panel either. The only panel you can have
only
is
drive a little bit.
yeah. So the insert menu on a full BaseLight is much longer than that.
Sure.
But you've got access to I think it starts at 42K.
Including
It's everything.
hardware, software, and the little panel.
Not sure. Some of that might be extra.
So between 40 and 50 grand.
Yeah, something like that.
Great.
But it's a good way into BaseLight for sure.
Great.
And so you can set looks up for all your shots. There's lots of ways of doing that. Everything to the right. You can sort by time code and just do certain tape. There's lots of tools that I'm not going to go into. We've got 6 minutes. But from this point, you save the scene. I think I've done a lot of bringing stuff in and out, so it's got quite a lot to save. But we're going to open BL Render, which is the render application, and then make MXFs for editorial.
Right.
And I'll show you how they can just drop into Avid straight away. It's between 15 and 20 frames a second.
So like 1.5 real time.
Yeah, exactly. But that gives you an HD frame. It will give you a burn-in time code. It will give you the metadata as well. So the MXF contains all the appropriate time code, tape names, and everything else.
It's not just a DNX, it's the real MXF file.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So you don't have to use metafuse and ALEs and things like that. We're doing it properly. And it means your conform's always going to work, you know, if you move the data around. So yeah, I'd open BL Render and render the stuff. And if you're interested, I can show you how quick it is. Oh, that's the Phantom job, sorry. That one probably. Okay, HD. Quick one, MXF. And that's all the MXF
all the options,
options there. So DNX-HD36. Each shot, I'll call it the tape, the shot name. In LA, lots of people have BaseLIght, but I'm not sure if anyone's running BLT yet.
Okay.
In Europe, the mill in London have been using it for months on beta to just do all of their RED conversions, and they're doing a lot.
The LA RED Users Group meets monthly at Kappa Studios in Burbank. From Hollywood, I'm Chastity Reed.